Good morning and Jai Hind, dear children. Children, I welcome you all in today's live math class. So children, I hope all of you have completed the homework and solved the worksheet that I had given in the last class. Right children? So children, in the last class, do you remember what we had done? We had completed chapter number 4, that is integers. Am I right? So we have discussed about the integers, the properties of integers, and also we have learned how to represent the integers on the number line. Right? So today we will start the new chapter, new topic. Right? And the chapter we will discuss today is chapter number 5, that is fractions. As you can see here on the screen, this is the chapter number 5, fractions, on page number 80 children. So I request you all to open page number 80 in your Algebra textbook and get ready with your pen and a rough notebook so that you could note down the key points. Right children? So let's start. Children, the first thing that comes to our mind is what is a fraction, right? Children, in our daily life, there are many cases where we need to use these fractions. Let me give you some examples, children. Suppose, children, your father has got one watermelon. What? One watermelon. Okay. So suppose your father has got one watermelon, right? And there are five members in your family. Watermelon is one, and number of members in family is five. Then how will you divide children? How will each and every member of family get the watermelon? Can each member get the whole watermelon, children? No. What you will do? You will have to make partitions. Okay, children? So there are five members in your family. So how many partitions you will make, children? You will make five partitions, right? So you will divide this watermelon into five equal parts, right? So how will you divide, children? Let us see. This is the watermelon. Suppose this is one part and second part. This is the third part, fourth and fifth part. In this way, right? So we can divide this watermelon in five equal parts. Each part of this watermelon, this is a fifth part. Right children? So this whole watermelon is divided into different parts. So each part of this watermelon represents a fraction. Okay? So part of a whole, a small part of a whole is known as a fraction. Am I right children? Here we have divided this watermelon into five equal parts. So each part will represent the fifth part of the whole. Okay? Fifth part of the whole. So out of these five parts, what part you have got, children? Suppose you have got one part out of these five partitions, right? So what you will say? You will say that I have got one out of five. Am I right, children? So you will receive one part out of five part, right? So how will you write this mathematically, children? In mathematics, it can be written as 1 out of 5, or you can say 1 by 5, right? So this is the way to represent. In your exam, children, suppose you are getting 30 marks out of 100 marks in some subjects. So how will you say? You will say that sir, I have got 30 out of 100. So 30 by 100, what is this? This is a fraction. So you have got a small part of a whole. The whole was 100. Whole marks was 100. Out of this whole, you have got a small part only, that is 30. Right? So you have got a fraction. Okay? So part of the whole is known as fractions. If you have got one part out of 5, you will say that I have received 1 out of 5, that is 1 by 5. Okay? Or each part represents the fifth part. So you can also say that I have got 1 fifth. Fifth part one time. So you will say 1 fifth. Okay, children? Suppose you are not satisfied with one part, okay, and you want to get more, right? So what you will do? Suppose you are asking for two parts. Out of these 5 partitions, you have demanded for two parts, right? So what you will say? You will say that you have got fifth part and fifth part two times, right? So you can say that you have received 2 out of 5. Am I right? So in fraction, how can you write it? You can write it as 2 by 5. Okay? So this is the fraction. 2 out of 5. Right? So or you can say that this is 2 fifth. That means fifth part and fifth part two times. So you can write it as 2 fifth also. So children, here 2 by 5. This is a fraction. This is a fraction. Right children? And 2 fifth. Okay. This is known as fractional number. Right children? So 2 fifth is the fractional number. Suppose you have received 3 parts out of these 5 partitions. Right? So your fraction will be 3 by 5. 3 out of 5. Right children? And your fractional number, if I ask you what is the fractional number, so what you will say? You will say, sir, I have got fifth part 3 times. Am I right? So you will say 3 fifth. Right children? So this is the way to represent the fraction. So let us take some other example. So two things are there, fraction and fractional number. Right children? I am giving some example. Suppose this is a figure, right? And I have divided this figure into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 partitions, right? And suppose out of these 8 partitions, you have received 1 part, 2 part, and 3 part, right? So what will be your fraction children? Can you tell? You have got 3 out of 8, right? So your fraction will be 3 by 8, right? And your fractional number will be 3, 8. 3, 8. Right children? 3, 8. So each part will represent the 8th part. That is 8वां हिस्सा. है ना बेटा? So 3, 3, 3. 3 parts, 8th part, 8th part, 8th part. How many times? 3 times. Am I right? So suppose we have made here 1, 2, 3, 4 and how many partitions are there children? Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have made 12 partitions there, right? Out of these partitions, suppose 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 part and 5 part. You have received 5 parts out of 12 partitions, right? So your fraction will be 5 out of 12. That is 5 by 12, right? And your fractional number will be 5 12th. 5 12th. So 12th part, 12th part, 12th part, 12th part, how many times? 5 times we have brought. Am I right, children? If you are making 9 partitions and out of 9 you are receiving 5 parts. So you are making 9 partitions, so each part will be ninth. And ninth, how many times you have taken, children? You have taken for 5 times. So ninth, 5 times. So it will be written as 5 by 9 or 5 ninth. Am I right? So children, this is the way to represent the fraction. So in a fraction, children, if I ask you what is a fraction, then what will you say? What will be your reply, children? So let us write the definition of a fraction. So write down fraction. So what is a fraction, children? A fraction is a part of a whole. Okay. Fraction represents a part of a whole. Okay. In math, a fraction can be written in the form of a by b, where a and b are two natural numbers. Right? Suppose 3 by 4. This is a fraction. Right? So in a fraction, children, there are two things that you have to focus on. First is the lower part and second is the upper part. Okay? The lower part tells us about the total number of partitions that we have made. Okay? If we are dividing anything into 4 parts and we are getting 3 parts, so total number of partitions will be written downside. Okay? So fourth, it is total number of parts. The lower part shows the total number of parts. Okay? And the upper part shows the number of parts chosen by you, given to you. Right? So, number of, this 3 represents the number of parts chosen. So, you have chosen 3 parts out of 4 parts. So, your fraction will be 3 out of 4. So, it will be written as 3 by 4. So, upper part shows the number of parts that is given to you. And lower part shows the total number of partitions. Right? So if we are dividing anything by into 5 parts and you are getting 2 parts, so 2 out of 5, your fraction will be 2 by 5. Right, children? So in this number 2, the upper part is also known as numerator. It is known as numerator. Right? And this lower part is known as denominator. Right, children? So, children, denominator tells us about total number of partitions, right? And numerator tells us how many parts is chosen by us, how many parts are given to us, right? So, all the fractions, as you can see, can be written in the form of something upon something, a upon b, x upon y, in that form, right? So, upper part is known as numerator and the lower part is known as the denominator. So let us write, children. How can we write this? Write down. A fraction can be written as a upon b. A is a natural number, children. This is not a negative number. This is not a negative integer. Okay, a and b are natural number, right? So a upon b. Here a and b are natural numbers. Right, children? So A is called numerator. The number outside is called numerator, and B is called denominator. Right children? Upper part is called numerator and lower part is called denominator. Fraction is not negative. Right children? Numerator and denominators are not negative. They are positive natural numbers only. Right? So let us take some other example children. Suppose 5 by 4, 5 by 7 suppose. Okay? So here what is numerator children? Here numerator is 5. Numerator is 5 and denominator is equal to 7. Am I right children? So in this way, sometimes you are asked in the exam, a fraction will be given and you will be asked to tell about the numerator and denominator. So if I will give you some fraction like 2 by 3, okay, so total number of partitions 3 and out of these 3 parts, how many parts are given to you? 2 parts, okay. So here 2, this is numerator and 3 is called, this is denominator. Am I right children? So now children, let us see how these fractions are represented on number line. Okay. So I will give a short introduction about this children. So how to do? Suppose we have a number line and as just now I have told you that fractions are positive numbers. So we will draw only positive part of the number line. Right? So we will not show the negative directions. Only we will start with 0 and show the positive direction only. Am I right children? Now suppose we have chosen a small segment of this number line. Okay, a small line segment of this number line, a small part of this number line. Suppose O and A. We are not choosing the whole number line, we are just choosing a small segment of this number line, OA. And suppose this small segment is chosen as a whole. Okay, this is representing the whole part. Now we have to find the 3 by 5 of this whole part. Okay, we have to represent 3 by 5 on this number line. Okay, so on this number line we have chosen a small part and now we have to represent 3 by 5 of this small part. So how will we show children? So for this, suppose we have to show 3 by 5 of this line segment. Right? So children, total how many partitions we have to make here children? In 3 by 5, total number of partition is represented by the denominator. Am I right? So 3 by 5, it shows that we have to make 5 partitions and out of these 5 partitions, how many parts are to be chosen children? We have to choose 3 parts. Right? So we will divide this line segment into 5 partitions. How? So divide this into 5 equal parts. So suppose 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We have divided this into 5 equal parts. Right? Now we will start from 0. Okay. Out of these 5 parts, each part is 1. Here it is 1 by 5. It will be 2 by 5. It will be 3 by 5. It will be 4 by 5. And last will be 5 by 5. And 5 by 5. 5 on the 5 is cut, we get 1. So this is equal to 1. So here the whole number, whole is represented by 1. Okay. So each part will represent 1/5. Am I right? So 1/5, 2 times. So it will show 2 by 5. Now 1/5, 3 times will show 3 by 5 here. Right? So 1/5, and 1/5, 4 times. So here will be 4 by 5. Right children? So this is the way to represent this on number line. Let us take another example. Suppose children, we have to represent 3 by 8 on the number line. Okay. So we are not drawing the whole number line. We are just showing the positive part of number line, and of that number line positive part we will choose a small line segment only. Right? So we will start from 0 only. We are not going to show the negative direction. Right, children? So from 0 draw an arrow. Clear? Suppose we have chosen a small part of this number line from 0 to 8. OA is a line segment on this number line. Now we have to divide this line segment. Okay. So we have to find 3 by 8 of this line segment. How will we find, children? So we will have to divide this line segment. So how many partitions we will make, children? Now here you can see we will make 8 partitions. Out of these are 8 partitions. How many partitions are to be chosen? 3 partitions. Okay. So firstly make 8 partitions of this line segment. Clear, children? So divide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So each part will represent 1 by 8. 1/8 of the whole line segment. Okay. So if we are taking one part, so it will show 1 by 8. Starting from 0, move one step. So we will reach 1 by 8. Starting from 0, move 2 steps. So 1 by 8, 1 by 8, 2 times. 1 8 and 1 8. Each small part is equal to the 1/8 part of the whole line segment. Am I right? So 1/8, 1 is 2 times. So here it will be 2 by 8. Right? 1 by 8, 1 by 8, 1 by 8, 3 times. So here it will be 3 by 8. So we have to represent 3 by 8. So here you will put an arrow and write 3 by 8. In the same way, next one will be 4 by 8, then 5 by 8, then 6 by 8, 7 by 8, and at last you will reach 8 by 8. And 8 1 ja 8, so it will represent the whole. Okay, so the whole line segment will complete at 8. Okay, so this is the way. Is it clear? Let me give you some more example. Okay, to make it more clear to you. So this is the last example that I am going to give you, children. After this, I hope you will be able to represent these numbers on the number line. Let me give one more example. Suppose we have to represent 4 by 7. Okay, 4 by 7. Now draw the line starting with 0. We will start with 0. Okay, so arrow on the right side direction. Now we will choose a small part of this number line. Right? So suppose O to A. This is the line segment. And we have to find the 4 by 7 part of this line segment. We have to show 4 by 7 on this line segment. How will we show, children? We will have to divide this line. So total how many partitions we have to make, children? We have to make 7 partitions, right? So make 7 partitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and suppose here is A and this is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, children? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So we have made 7 partitions here. Okay, you will have to see how to divide this into 7 equal parts. After that, each part will represent 1 by 7. So starting from 0, if we move one step, so one step will be equal to 1 by 7. So we will reach to the point 1 by 7. Right? Now, if we move starting from 0, 1 by 7, 1 by 7 2 times. 1 by 7, 1 by 7 2 times. Then the number we will reach is 2 by 7. Right? Now, starting from 0, 1 by 7, 1 by 7, 1 by 7 3 times. We will reach to 3 by 7. Okay? And where is 4 by 7? Starting from 0. We will move 1 by 7, 1 by 7, 1 by 7, 1 by 7. How many times? 4 times. Right? So, we will reach 4 by 7. So here you draw arrow and write it as 4 by 7. So seventh part, how many times? 4 times. Am I right? This is the way how to represent these fractions on the number line, children. Now, children, we will see how to find the fractions of a collections. Right, children? So, fraction of a collection. Right? So, suppose, children, you are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 apples. So here are more than one apple. Okay, so here is a collection of apples. How many apples are there? 8. And out of these 8 apples, suppose you have received 3 parts. So total number of collection. So total how many apples are there? 8. Okay, total number of parts is 8. And number of parts given. Number of parts chosen, suppose, is 3. Right? You have received 3 parts out of this 8. So your fraction will be what, children? You have received 3 parts out of 8. That is 3 by 8. So your fraction will be 3 by 8. Right? This is the way to find the fraction from a collection of objects. Let us take another example. Suppose this is a figure. Okay. Now this figure is divided into 10 partitions, right? And out of these parts, suppose 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts, and 5, 6, and 7. These 7 parts are shaded. If I ask you which part of the whole is shaded, so what will be your answer, children? So here, number of shaded parts. Number of shaded parts. How many parts are shaded, children? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Am I right? And total number of partitions. Total number of parts is 10. Right? So your fraction will be what, children? 7 out of 10. That is 7 by 10. Right, children? I think it is clear to you now. Let us take one more example. Suppose, children, we have in a bucket, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 different fruits are there, children. Right? Out of these 17 fruits, suppose you have chosen how many fruits, children? 5. Okay? And total how many fruits are there? Total number of fruits is 17. Then what will be your fraction? I think all of you can tell now. Your fraction will be 5 by 17. So children, remember the lower part, that is denominator, upper part is numerator. Denominator tells us about the total number of partitions, right? and numerator represents the number of parts chosen by us. Clear, children? So this is how we find the fraction of a collection. If we have collection of 20 objects and out of 20 we are choosing 11 parts, okay? So out of 20 we are choosing 11 objects. Then the fractions we have chosen is 11 out of 20. That is 11 by 20. Right? So now children, the next topic that I have to tell is the fractional number of a collection. Okay. So fractional part. Write down the heading fractional part of a collection. Suppose children, you have 25, a collection of 25 pencils. Okay, you have a collection of 25 pencils. Okay. Now, if I ask you to give 2 by 5 of these pencils to your sister, 2 by 5, you have to give 2 by 5 of pencils to your sisters. How will you give children? 2 by 5. This fraction shows that you have to make total how many partitions? 5 partitions. Total pencils are 25. So you will divide these 25 pencils into 5 groups. Right? So how many pencils will be there in each group, children? 25 pencils are divided into 5 groups. So there will be 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Total 25. So each group will have 25 pencils. Right? And out of these 5 groups, your sister has to receive 2 groups, okay, 2 part. So his part will be 5 and 5 2 times, that is 10, right? So your sister will receive 10 pencils. So how will you find the number of pencils to be given to your sister, children? You know about the fractional part of your sister. You know that your sister is getting 2 by 5 part of the total number of pencils, okay, of total collections. So to find 2 by 5 of something, what will you do? To find the fractional part of something, what do we do, children? In that case, we will multiply the fractions with the total number of collections. Okay? So to find 2 by 5 of pencils, we will multiply 2 by 5 with total number of pencils. Right, children? So multiply. So you will multiply 2 by 5 into 25. How will you multiply, children? So 25, 25 2 times. The number here will be multiplied with numerator, not with denominator. Okay, children? So 25 2 ja. You will write it as 25 into 2. You will get 50. 50 divided by 5. Okay? And 5 10 ja 50. So 50 will be cut by 5. How many times? 10 times. So your sister will receive 10 pencils. Right, children? This is the way. If it is not clear, then let me give you some more example. Suppose, children, if I ask you to find 3 by 10 of 100. Okay, you have a collection of 100 and you have to find 3 by 10 of this 100. Right? In exam, suppose there are 100 marks in a subject. Okay, and you are getting only 3 by 10 part of the total marks. Then what is the marks received by your children? How will you find? Your fraction is 3 by 10. 3 by 10 of 100. Okay, so your part will be to remove this off. What do we do, children? For off we will multiply, right? So 3 by 10 into 100. Now this 100 will be multiplied with numerator. Okay, the number here will be multiplied with numerator. So we get 3 into 100 upon 10. Right? 3 into 100, 300. So 300 divided by 10. So children, what do we get? Here 0 and 0 is cancelled and 30 by 1. So by 1 is not written, children. Right? So we will write 30 only. So your marks will be 30 marks. Right? So this is the way to find the fractional part of the whole. Right? In the same way, children, if I ask you to find the 4 by 7 of 49. So how will you find, children? Again you will multiply. Right? So 4 by 7 into 49. Clear? So multiply 49 with numerator. 4 into 49 by 7. Right, children? 49 can be divided by 7. How many times? 7 times. If we cut it by 7, 7 1 is 7, 7 7 is 49. So here 7 is left. So what we will write? We will write 4 into 7. Okay? So 4 into 7. And finally what do we get? 28. Right? So children, this is how we find the fractional part of a whole. To find fractional part of a whole, we will multiply the total number of whole with the fraction. Right? So if we have to find, suppose if we have to find 3 by 5 of 45. So simply, children, I think it is clear to you now. What we will do? We will multiply. Am I right? So multiply 3 by 5 with 45. So 45 will be multiplied with numerator. Right? So multiply 45 with 3. Numerator here is 3. 45 into 3 upon 5. Now cut 45 by 5. We can solve in two different ways. Firstly multiply 45 with 3, then divide by 5. Or firstly cut 45 by 5, divide 45 by 5, get the result and then multiply this result with 3. So you can solve in any way. Right? So 5 1 is 5, 5 9 is 45. If we cut 45 by 5, we get 9. And 9 into here it is 3. So multiply 3 with the number 9. So what do we get? 3 into 9, that is 27. Right, children? So this is how we have to solve this question. Now children, you can see question number 1 in your book. Right, children? So I just want to show first question in your book to you. So children, let us see. In your book, all of you open question number 1. So here it is the exercise 5A, question number 1. As you can see, children, write the fraction representing the shaded portion. Right? So in first part you can see there is a circle which is divided into 4 parts. And how many parts are shaded, children? Out of these 4 parts, only 3 parts are shaded. Right, children? So the fraction of shaded part is 3 by 4. Am I right, children? So in this way, children, you are supposed to solve the other parts. So this is all for today. So today in homework, you will try to solve question number 1. Right, children? So to solve other questions, we will meet again tomorrow in the next class. This is all for today. So children, now you keep solving the questions by yourself. You are supposed to solve question number 1. Right, children? This is the homework for today. So this is all for today. Right, children? So children, we will see tomorrow now. So thank you and Jai Hind.